Hey everyone! Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be showing you how I do Jael's side braids with twists and beads. So here you'll see that I am taking her hair out from a puff. She just wore it like this to church. I took her hair out of braids the day before, and now I'm just moisturizing her hair with just plain water. You will see that I am doing a squeezing motion periodically. That's just to ensure that her hair absorbs all the water. Okay, so here you're seeing that I'm parting her hair from ear to ear. I do work really hard on keeping those parts as straight as possible, not having any crossed hairs or anything like that, because that does hurt, when I'm actually taking it out. So I work really hard on making those parts really clean. Okay, so now I am just sectioning off her hair, separating the bottom half from the top half. And then here you'll see that I am creating a part, just her side part. This is kind of at the arch of her eye. I did go back a couple of times just to straighten it out, but I started off at the arch of her eye. Alright, so here you see me perfecting that part, just making it as straight as I possibly can here too. This will be about a 2-week style, so I do want to make sure that it remains looking nice for as long as possible. I do take that other side and put that into a large bantu knot just to keep her hair stretched to avoid tangling. And then I grab some water, just plain water, moisturize that hair, still squeezing the moisture in. I grab my Aunt Jackie's Quench Leave-In Conditioner. Cannot tell you how amazing this stuff is. I've used it for about a year and it's never let me down with her hair. So I just go through, squeeze that product in as well, work it to the ends, and then start finger detangling her hair. I do only finger detangling on this style because I feel like the comb is kind of unnecessary. It's not needed, except for parting. So one new product I have been using on Jael's hair is Sulfur 8. It has improved the condition of her hair quite a bit. Okay, so here you see me going through and making the parts for Jael's braids. It did take me a little while just to figure out the size. I knew I wanted medium-sized braids and about 3, maybe 4. So I started off kind of small, but I did make it a little bit bigger. And then I go through and just clean up that part, because once again, you don't want crosshairs. You want that part as clean as possible because it hurts when you take it out. Okay, so here you'll see me taking that section and tying it up so that it doesn't interfere with the braiding. I do go ahead and grab my Aunt Jackie's buttercream, and it is a very loose product, so I just dab my finger in there, and whatever comes up is what I apply to her hair. I do work that from roots to ends. I've never had a problem with it. Her ends are very moisturized. I do, go ahead and spread it out pretty evenly. So then I do take my rat tail comb and I do just comb out the roots. I wouldn't even say it's combing, it's really just smoothing, just so that I can make sure I'm catching all the hair, because I don't want the fuzzies to pop up, next day if I can avoid it. So I just smooth it out and then I start the braiding process. So here you see me braiding. I am very gentle when I'm braiding. I do smooth out her hair as I braid, and I try to keep it stretched. I also hold down her base, the base of her hair. That's why you don't see my fingers moving at the base, because it's holding down that hair just to keep those single strands from snagging at her roots, because that really does hurt. Okay, so here you'll see me putting in a rubber band in her hair just to hold down that base. I do only wrap it around a few times. It's not tight at all. I do make sure she has a lot of give at her roots so it doesn't hurt. I'm just taking the rest of her hair and I'm twisting it up into 2-strand twists, and then I grab my Alikay Naturals Shea Yogurt Hair Moisturizer and I focus that on her ends. The reason for that is I want her hair to be prepared for the bead style. I don't want the beads to cause any damage, and since I do also use rubber bands on her ends, I don't want that to dry out her hair. So I add that extra moisturizing oomph so that her hair can handle the beads. Okay, so I just repeat those same steps for the next two braids. I did forget to put the sulfur 8 in between, but I went back and then put it in later on. So anything you see me rubbing on her scalp is going to be sulfur 8. That's the only thing I use on her scalp. So now I have released her hair from that bantu knot, and I'm just creating the first part. These are going to be medium-sized twists on this whole section that are going to hang to her left side of her head. So I'm just creating that, and I'm making sure these parts are as smooth as possible. I cannot stress of how much of a difference it makes if the parts are clean parts. Okay, so here you're going to see me combing out her roots. The only thing I'm doing there is just trying to make sure that her roots are smooth so that no hairs are being left out of the rubber band. I just want to make sure that everything is in that rubber band and as smooth as possible, so that way when I go to take it out, it doesn't hurt. There's no, you know, weird pieces that are doing their own thing and are causing problems when I go to take out her hair. So now I'm just moisturizing her hair with the water and the Aunt Jackie's buttercream, just keeping that moisturized as well. And then I'll go ahead and twist it up. I don't work on the beads until the very end because it's just easier that way for me. So after I'm done twisting her hair, I do twirl her hair around my fingers. I do like to see those ends curl up. That is really cute to me. So the next couple of rows of hair I have gone ahead and sped up. I think I did about 5 rows in all, but the sections remain about the same size. They're all pretty medium sized to large depending on your perspective. I feel like they're large, but most people call it medium size. And so I just went through her hair, did the same steps, just combing out the base, just the base, just to smooth it out, putting in the rubber band, moisturizing the ends, and then twirling the very tips of her hair. So I did just want to mention that I did wind up using the Tangle Teaser at the nape of her neck. Her hair is extremely curly, so I did use a Tangle Teaser just to make sure that that hair back there was detangled really good. So now we're at the back of her hair and I am putting the beads on her hair. I use a beater, which you just slide on the pattern of beads that you want, and then I slide the beads up to her hair shaft. I do fold her hair over the last bead, and then I wrap the rubber band around her hair a million times just to make sure that her hair does not fall out. Jael is in daycare, so I do not want one of her beads to fall out and another kid to be sick or hurt by maybe eating it or something. So I do make sure that her beads are in there really tight. That is why I make sure that I put on a lot of moisturizer on her ends so that her hair does not dry out. So I really enjoyed doing this style on her hair. It turned out great. I love it. Jael loves it. So if you wind up using this style on your baby girl, please take a picture and send it to me on Instagram. I will have her Instagram account linked below. Thank you so much for watching. Please comment down below of any styles you'd like to see her do. Thumbs up this video and also subscribe. Bye!